A critically acclaimed American classic premieres at the Hopewell Theater this weekend.
It's a beautiful piece of American literature, again, American classic, perfect for Black History Month because it does deal quite a lot and altogether with our African American history and roots.
We'll give you the details on that and more in our After Hours report.
Come on now, boy. It's after 7:30.
Opening up this weekend in celebration of Black History Month, the Hopewell Theater presents A Raisin in the Sun.
It is a story that remains relevant even to this day, and especially at the time when it was written. It was pretty much kind of, I don't want to say cutting edge, but this was story and information that no one had come to the forefront. So when she wrote this piece, when she wrote this story that deals with social status, racism, inequality, injustice, segregation, all of these things that we lived through even prior to the civil rights movement.
It's a wonderful cast, great ensemble, and it tells the story of a 1950s Chicago family who fight both poverty and prejudice as they move out of their Chicago ghetto apartment into an all-white neighborhood and all of the ramifications of what that means.
Well, the show basically talks about struggle, it talks about hope, dreams, and what you have to do to actually get there and the things that come along with that.
And the characters, the emotion, the drives, the conflicts that they face are relevant even to us today because it's about a family and the family dynamic and what happens when something big comes in their life and is going to make a big change.
A Raisin in the Sun was written by Lorraine Hansberry in the 1950s. It debuted on Broadway in 1959.
Lorraine Hansberry is one of my favorite authors. Unfortunately, Lorraine Hansberry passed at a very young age. So the work that she wrote is very limited, but it's just always beautiful.
She was the first African American to have her play on Broadway. This play and this adaptation has been done by people like Sidney Poitier, Denzel Washington, Danny Glover, so it's been like a rite of passage in African American plays and African American films. So I think it's something that the entire community will enjoy.
Do you hear the rushing of the waters against the shores of our coastline? Do you hear the screeching of the cocks in yonder's hills beyond where the chiefs meet in council for the mighty war?
I am the director of A Raisin in the Sun, and I am also playing the role of Mama Lena Younger.
Once upon a time, freedom was life. Now it's money.
She is the matriarch of this family, and she lives with her children, her daughter-in-law, and her grandson. We're talking about a time back in the 50s when the matriarch of the family was a strong-willed, Christian set-in woman. No nonsense. A lot of people are going to know what I mean when I say that. Not that she wasn't a loving person, but she didn't have the opportunity to afford to be soft and to be weak. She had to be stern and strict for her children, teach them lessons. She's just coming a couple generations off of slavery, her and her husband, so they lived in a time when struggle was real.
Play Walter Lee Younger, the second.
I never asked anyone around here to do anything for me.
No, but the line between asking and just accepting when the time comes is big and wide.
Walter Lee is a complicated guy. I mean, he is struggling with the job that he presently works. He has big dreams, doesn't want to stay under the employ of being a servant, but doesn't have the necessary skills to move into the business world. So Walter Lee wants this insurance money that was left because his father passed away. And there's some complications with how he wants to spend the money and how his mom, who is the head of the family, wants the money to be spent. So there's a conflict there.
And I'll be playing Beneath the Younger.
I'm gonna be a doctor, and everybody around here better understand that.
She can be a little snappy sometimes. However, her heart is in the right place, and she loves school. She's very, very intellectual, and she believes that people need an education, and if you don't have an education, then what do you have?
The show will run February 15th, 16th, 22nd, and 23rd at 7:30 p.m., with one Sunday matinee performance on the 24th at 2 p.m. Tickets are $13 for general admission and $10 for students and seniors. Get your tickets at the door or by calling 330-746-5455. You can also get them by visiting hopewelltheater.org.
I'm just happy to do it. I'm proud to be able to be a part of Lorraine Hansberry's legacy, to get my hands on her work and do it some justice. I'm just looking forward to the cast members coming out here and doing justice to the piece and integrity to the piece, and I'm looking forward to the audience really, really enjoying this beautiful piece of work.
A lot of people can relate to it. Everybody, you don't have to be rich to not struggle. You can be middle class and struggle. You can have low income and struggle, and it shows how you can really, with family, get through it all.
Next 2 weekends, Youngstown is going to be lit up with a wonderful ensemble. I mean, it's a great, great cast of people. And so they're going to have a lot of fun. They're going to laugh. They're going to want to cry. It's going to be just a wonderful evening.
Now here's the rest of your weekend rundown. This Friday at the Dior Performing Arts Center, YSU's Department of Theater and Dance presents Cabaret Unrequited, featuring selections from shows like Rent, Oklahoma, Guys and Dolls, Hamilton, and more. The show begins at 7 p.m. and tickets are $25. Get yours by visiting diorpack.org. Check out an evening of comedy and magic this Friday at Confluence Cafe in Newcastle. The show features comedian Johnny Lee Dam and magicians Michael Misko and TJ Hill. Beer and wine will be available from the CR Brewing Company and Ventise Winery. Admission is $20. Find more information at the event Facebook page. Coming up on Saturday, the Fine Arts Council of Trumbull County will hold an arting party from 3 to 6 p.m. at Art on Park in Warren. Attend and create a work of art or just hang out. Some art supplies as well as food and drink will be provided free of charge, but participants can also bring their own supplies and snacks for themselves or to share with others. The Youngstown Symphony Orchestra presents Guys and Dolls at the Dior Performing Arts Center this Saturday at 8 p.m., featuring classic tunes including Luck Be a Lady and Sit Down, You're Rockin' the Boat. For more information and tickets, visit youngstownsymphony.com. For this week's After Hours Report, I'm Maggie Young.
.717 Credit Union, savings power to give your business an extra boost. Business savings, certificates, and business money market. 717 Credit Union, make your money work as hard as you do.